Hello, welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my basement in the great state of Kansas. Today's video, I'm going to show off some new physical media that I bought, some Blu Rays, vinyl, and even a video game. So stay tuned to see here on Jason the Old Millennial. Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well here on a Thursday evening. And coming back to you, it's been kind of busy week for me in the sense that, or pretty great week. I say busy in the way that I haven't been able to do too many videos, it feels like, this week, because I've been so in tune to the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl this last Sunday, if you didn't realize. But if you've seen my channel at all, I'm a really huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. Got my Kansas City shirt right here that I've been wearing pretty much every day. And yeah, just so excited. Seeing your team win the championship's always an amazing feeling, especially when you've watched them lose so many times over the last couple decades. It's nice when they finally get something good going on. And yeah, so yeah, it's been exciting. I got to visit my parents last weekend and got to hang out with them and watch the Super Bowl. It was a real blast, and just so happy. And you know, great game, and you know, give it to the Eagles. Eagles played great. They had a great season. It just, you know, came down to the wire, to a field goal, and Chiefs just had that one extra, you know, field goal in them, that one in the game, you know. And so hats off all to the Eagles fans. You know, feel bad, you know, you can only have one winner, and of course I'm happy it's my team. But yeah, so anyway, so I've been watching a lot of Chiefs stuff this last week, and I haven't done a lot of watching a lot of other stuff, or really doing videos, as I said. So coming back, this time I bought some stuff recently and wanted to show them off. First, we'll show off newest vinyl that I bought. I actually bought this at Walmart, and it is the Best of Pentatonics Christmas. You see the Pentatonics group there. Kind of cheesy photo of them, the gifts and the little dog, and looking up at the title, I guess, of their album. Yeah, if you know, I'm a huge fan of Christmas music. Of course, we're not in the Christmas music, or we're not in the Christmas season anymore, but I don't mind. I want to get more Christmas albums. So when Christmas time comes again, I have a lot of vinyl that I can play during the Christmas season. I think it'd be fun. So I already got like 4 vinyls already, so I think it's the 5th one. And I love Christmas music. I can listen to it any time of the year. I'll listen to Christmas music, actually, mostly during Christmas time. But I'm one of those weirdos that, yeah, always like Christmas music. Anyways, Pentatonics, one of the best groups that when it comes to Christmas music. I mean, basically all their music is Christmas music. I mean, I know they have some other albums of other songs, and they do a lot of cover songs, of course, being a a cappella group. Of course, they're the most famous a cappella group there is, anyways, and I always enjoy watching their stuff on YouTube. So I've been wanting to get a Pentatonics Christmas album. It definitely was top of my list of Christmas albums I wanted to get, and they have a bunch. If you look at them on Spotify, they have at least a half a dozen, like Pentatonics, This Is Christmas, like 1, 2, best of, whatever. Anyway, so when I saw this at Walmart, I was like, oh, I gotta have this best of. Has all kind of their big hits, Christmas hits in a way. The gatefold's not that crazy. It's just the songs, list of songs. It looks like I think it's supposed to look like a present, maybe, like the inside of opening a present. So not the greatest gatefold I've ever seen. But we got some great ones, like I said, Deck the Halls, Carol the Bells, God Only Knows, Hallelujah is really great. Side B, my favorite Pentatonic song, Mary Did You Know, probably my favorite Christmas song of all time, and their rendition is amazing. I love their vocals on there, but Joyful Joyful is really good. It has like a faster beat to it. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Yeah, they're all a lot of great ones there. Those are some of my favorites that I love to listen to every Christmas. So I'm real excited to get this, and I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm excited to listen to it. One of my favorite things about I love vinyl. I'm to a point where, like, I mostly want to buy vinyl, and I buy CDs just because they're cheaper sometimes. But I'm starting to think, gosh, I really love vinyl. They're just so much more fun to get and collect. One of my favorite things is this one is a green, kind of a Christmas Christmas theme. So I don't have a green one. Some of my other Christmas ones are like red or white, and so I almost like most of my Christmas albums, it seem like they have a color to them. So I love that. So I love having a green one now. So yeah, like I said, love getting more vinyl. Love getting vinyl that's different colors. Those are just really fun to look at when they're spinning on the record player. That's what's fun about vinyl to me. Part of it is I love the different discs. I love putting it on and putting that needle on and watching it spin. It's much funner than a CD, I would say, or listen to on Spotify even. And I love just the artwork usually. I love how big they are, so I usually get cool with artwork. I love the gatefolds. It's so fun to just look at anyway. So yeah, so I got my best of Pentatonics there. Next I'm gonna show off a video game. I haven't been buying video games very much lately, but I've been hankering to get another video game on my PS4 because I've just been playing NBA 2K22. I'm starting to get a little tired. I've been playing that quite a bit, but I got one that I've been really looking forward to, Red Dead Redemption 2. If you don't know, sequel to the, of course, Red Dead Redemption, which is one of the best video games I've ever played. The first one I played on Xbox 360. I think when I did on Adam's What the Gyms channel, we did our 10 favorite video games, and I think Red Dead Redemption, the first game, was like number 3 maybe on my list. It was really high up. One of the best, funnest video games ever. It's a Western. You're in the Wild West, and so there's you're riding horses, you're doing shootouts, and it's really great voice work and great cutscenes. Very cinematic feel, and the story is incredible. Voice work is just so great, and really just a really fun game to play. It's fun to travel on your horse to town, and the designs of the different towns and the different missions you have to go on. It's just a blast, and so I haven't played the second one yet. But a lot of people love the second one. In fact, Adam from What the Gym put Red Dead Redemption 2 as his favorite video game of all time. So excited to, hopefully, Adam, you're watching this, and excited to start playing this, and then I can tell you how I feel about it at some point. So yeah, excited to try that one. Again, being a movie fan, I love video games that give you a movie feel, and so I always love getting these kind of games because it feels like you're playing in your own movie. All right, now I'm gonna talk about, I got 3 Blu Rays that I basically got recently. I got Ready Player One, Steven Spielberg movie, dealing with kind of a futuristic, where you're in and you're in a video game world, and it's like your game, what do you call it, your avatar or whatever in a video game, and you're trying to find these Easter eggs because the owner, who has passed away, who invented this big like video game world, has left clues to get a big prize basically. Anyway, so it's these people that are trying to figure out these clues and get to the big prize. And anyway, so it's very fascinating. The special effects are absolutely amazing. The CGI work is just mind-blowing. And that's why I love this movie so much. I just saw it for the first time a couple of years ago on HBO Max, I feel like. And yeah, just the scenes are just absolutely incredible. There's a race scene and I love the pop culture references. There's so many, as someone who loves, I'm a bit of a pop culture nerd, I consume everything, music, movies, TV shows, and just watch a lot of YouTube. So, and I love watching all old stuff like the 70s and 80s and even further there. But there's a lot of 80s pop culture references in the movie that I totally get. So if you're a nerd, you're like, oh, I love that reference. If you're not, then you might be like, what is that reference to? But I love the race scene because the different cars are different cars from movies. And so you watch and you go, oh, that's the, Batmobile or something, or that's the DeLorean or whatever. So it's so fun watching those scenes anyways. And yeah, it was one of my favorite Spielberg movies, actually. I feel like it's underrated somewhat. I didn't see it in the theater, which I wish I had now. I remember it coming out, but I don't know why didn't know if it would be any good and didn't interest me, whatever. And then when I caught it, I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely love this movie. One of my favorite Spielbergs. next Blu-ray I got, actually one of my favorite movies, somewhat underrated to me again, is Signs. M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan. This is when he's kind of at the peak of his, it feels like short peak, but peak of his filmmaking. This was like the third film that he made, basically, I mean, the third major film that he made after A Sixth Sense and what was it called? Unbreakable, I think it was called. And then this one, dealing with alien invasions. And you got Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, it's a great cast. I mean, Abigail Breslin. Yeah. First time I ever saw Abigail Breslin in a movie. Hope I got that name right. And she was so little in this movie, but she gave such a good performance. I'm like, wow, this actress is really good as a little kid. And she's done some good work since. Of course, got an Oscar nomination for A Little Miss Sunshine. I don't see too much for her now that she's kind of more of a young adult. But man, she was good in this. But it's the filmmaking is incredible. It's my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie by far. Like I said, it's a really great sci-fi movie dealing with alien invasion, and it's creepy and scary at times. There's good jump scares in there. Like I said, because I love the setting of this. Where is it? Pennsylvania, and these cornfields, and it's something about going through a cornfield, not knowing something might pop out at you. Is very intense, and so yeah, great intense filmmaking. I love the camera work, cinematography is so great. It's a real dramatic movie at times. It's kind of a scary thriller, and it's also very funny at times. There's actually some pretty good humor in here. It reminds me of like The Quiet Place. It has kind of the Quiet Place kind of feel to it, I think. But yeah, I think absolutely amazing movie, and actually great ending. That's actually very emotional. And great storytelling. I mean, it's just a really, really great movie. And there's some people that really don't like this movie, and I'm always amazed. I'm like, man, there's so many great scenes here. Gives you a little bit of everything. But yeah, love Signs. I feel like I needed that in my Blu-ray collection. Last one I'm gonna talk about is something I've been really onto getting steelbooks. Which I didn't really know steelbooks was a thing until recently when I started listening to other people on YouTube, and everybody's like got these big steelbook collections. I'm like, what is a steel? I had one steelbook, and now I got two because I bought one here. I have John Wick Chapter 2 on steelbook, which I don't think I even knew I got a steelbook. I think I bought it on Amazon. I just buy whatever at the cheapest price I can find that's good quality. And so I think I didn't even realize I got a steelbook, and I got it. I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool, this steelbook thing. And I didn't know if that was, I guess I didn't realize like, oh, that's a whole new collecting thing, is collecting steelbooks. But everybody's channel has tons of steelbooks. I feel like I'm always watching, Ryan from RWR Movies, or Mike from Did You See That? Or Pete from Platino Guy, or AJ from AJ's Place. They all have these steelbooks, and I'm like, these steelbooks look really cool. Like they have a cool feel to them. They have cool, usually have pretty cool artwork, design in the front, the back, and then in between. Anyway, so I'm going on about steelbooks because I'm just like, I'm getting obsessed with steelbooks. So I'm now going out looking for steelbooks right now. And so you probably see more of those on my channel, but this one I got recently is Tommy Boy on steelbook Blu-ray with the great Chris Farley, one of the funniest men alive, or not alive, that men of all time. Came out Saturday Night Live, both David Spade and Chris Farley, and I was a huge fan of both of them when they were on Saturday Night Live in the early 90s. I was a huge Saturday Night Live fan. And Chris Farley's my favorite of all time coming out Saturday Night Live. Great energy, just great physical comedy. And I saw this in a movie theater back in, I think this was 95 or something like that, this came out, or somewhere around there. And I loved it back then. I was a kid and watched it, and I watched it ever since, and it's still one of my favorite comedies of all time. Great duo. These two worked well. Their personalities work well together. And it's also a feel good movie. It's funny, but yet, and it has a good ending to it. And I wouldn't say it's overly dramatic or anything, but I mean, it has some decently dramatic moments with Chris Farley where I'm like, Chris Farley is so good at being so likable in this movie. It's like you're really rooting for the guy in the story. So he can be funny and likable, and that's what made Chris Farley so great. And he could have had an amazing film career if he, didn't die from drug overdose, all that. But still, yeah, still one I love. So we got the two with the deer. If you've seen the movie, in the back, there's the deer with the car. That's the car that they drive trying to sell brake pads. So they're traveling together to go different places to try to sell their brake pads. And the car, this is David Spade's character's car, and it gets just absolutely demolished throughout the, as you can see, it's just the door they're using some kind of baby gate for a door because the door fell off. The roof is totally, what do you call it? The front is is taken off. And they run into a deer and they decide to they think the deer's dead, so they put the deer in the back. The deer comes alive and just totally trashes the car. So that's why that's kind of a big scene in the movie. But really cool. I like the color, the yellow color. You open it up and it's just another scene of them driving in that car, which is a lot of the movie. So really cool. Like I said, I love these steelbooks because most movies don't have these. They usually have like a scene from the movie in the inside, which I think is so cool. And there's the disc there for it. But I even love how it just snaps together and opens up. It's just, I don't know, they're just so cool, these steel books, and I just love the feel of the steel. Yeah, so excited. Movie I really wanted to get. When I saw it was on Steelbook on Amazon, I was like, oh, I gotta get the Steelbook of Tommy Boy. Real excited to rewatch this one again anyway. So yeah, those are my new physical media pickups. Comment what you think about these. If you've watched, listened, or played these, comment below. I'd love to read them. And just thank you everybody watching this video. Thank you for liking it. Thank you all to the subscribers for supporting the channel. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a good day.